After 8 long months, Hayes High basketball is back as the Lady Indians get ready to tip off in the 41st edition of the Hayes City Shootout against their crosstown rivals separated by just 3 miles, the TMP Marion Monarchs. And with that, we say happy Thursday night from Hayes High School along with our entire Tribe Broadcasting Network crew. I'm Hank Corsair, and tonight we have 2 teams that have been very familiar with each other in the shootout in their entire history. And tonight, Hayes High is looking to get a huge win tonight as they come in with a 4-game losing streak in the series against TMP. But they bring a lot to the table to try to put that streak to an end. And even despite having just 1 senior on their roster this year, this Hayes High team has a lot of talent that includes 5 juniors on the roster, 4 of which will be in the starting 5 tonight. But we'll talk about that a little bit more when we come back, as we will have team rundowns and starting lineups as part of our pregame show. And then after that, we will have tip-off ready for you. So we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Back here at Hayes High School on the pregame show as the Hayes High Lady Indians get ready to take on TMP. We'll now give you our rundowns of each team, but before we do that, we'll look at some scores from around the state. And the first 2 that we'll start with are part of the shootout that have actually already concluded. The first one being Manhattan versus Millwood, Oklahoma. Millwood wins that one 60-52, and Manhattan came into this tournament trying to improve from last year where they took 7th place. And the other game that is already concluded was the first game to be played here at Hayes High School, in which Washburn Rural defeated Newton by a score of 53-13. It was a tough game for Newton as they had to take on the third-ranked team in 6A. And for both of these teams, it's their 2nd year in a row in the shootout. And some other games that will be happening. This last one is also a part of the shootout, as Olathe West and Hugoton will play each other. And just like the last one, both of those teams will be in the shootout for the 2nd year in a row. And then going a long ways west to Colorado Springs, Garden City is taking on Coronado as part of the Cougar tip-off. Garden City is actually the only WAC team that's playing tonight, and that's the 2nd year in a row that the Buffaloes are playing Coronado, and they won last year's matchup by a score of 52-50. So we'll now get you our team rundowns, and we'll start off with your Lady Indians for tonight, who finished last season with a record of 14-8, in which their season came to an end in the Sub-State Championship to eventual 5A runner-up Bishop Carroll. It's the 2nd season in a row in which the Lady Indians lost in the Sub-State Championship, but they look to build on that this year as they return 2 starters from last season, both of which are juniors, which includes Molly Martin, who started every game she played in, picking up 12 points per game and was an All-State honorable mention. And the Indians also lost their 2nd team 5A All-State selection, Carly Lang, but they do get back for the 2nd starting junior. It's Katie Lindenberger, who started 19 of the 22 games, averaging 8 points per game and picking up 5 rebounds per game as well. And like we mentioned on that pregame open, the Lady Indians only have 1 senior on the roster this year, and that's Bridget Ross. And they will try and see where they go this season as they return 56% of their scoring and 48% of their rebounding from last season. Now we'll take a look over at their opponent, the TMP Marion Monarchs, who finished last season with a record of 15-8, in which they lost in the sub-state semifinals to Smith Center. And they did lose their top scorer in the offseason, J.C. Von Lindell, who was a senior in a 2A All-State selection. But they returned some, just like Hayes High, they returned some starters, including junior Brooke Kenningsman, who is the leading scorer. The returner is picking up 11.6 points per game, and it was also an All-State honorable mention. And they also returned Grayson Shippers, who averaged 6.6 points per game and 3.3 rebounds per game, which is the exact same rebounds per game as Kenningsman. And Grayson Shippers also led the Monarchs in 3-point field goals last season at 50%. And also the Monarchs returned just 1 senior as well, just like Hayes High, and that's going to be Hallie Dreiling, who has battled injuries last season but is good to go this season. And before we end tonight's pregame show, we will now give you our starters for tonight's game. We'll start with the visiting team, TMP, who is led by head coach Rose McFarland. They'll start off with wearing number 2, the 5'7" sophomore Claire Shippers, who averaged 18 minutes per game last season and was able to get about 4 points per game, which she got good minutes as a freshman. And her sister, Grayson Shippers, wearing number 10 at 5'10", will be in the paint a lot tonight, as she's 2nd out of all the returning scorers at 6.6 points per game. And her sister are actually both great athletes, competed in state cross country, and Grayson averaged just about the same amount as minutes as her sister. And next will be Brooke Kenningsman, who was TMP's nomination for the Hot Shot competition. Brooke led multiple categories last season, including points per game, assists per game, and steals per game. And like we said, she was a 2A honorable mention and is also a first-team selection in softball for the 2A, 1A division and played in all 23 games last season. Next will be Shaylee Gottschalk, the junior, standing at 5'4". And finally, Tegan Gottschalk, wearing number 23, the 5'8" junior who averaged 11 minutes per game last season and picked up just 1.2 points per game. Now we'll look over at Hayes High, who is led by their head coach, Len Melvin. And they'll start off with number 10, the junior Katie Lindenberger, who is second out of all the returners in points per game with 7.9, and she played in every game last season. Next will be the 5A honorable mention, Molly Martin, standing at 5'8", who, just like TMP's top returner, led in the same exact categories, except she picked up 12 points per game, 2 assists per game, and 2.5 steals per game. And next will be Kinley Winter, who is one of the hot shot nominations for the Indians. He's standing at 5'5", who picked up 3.1 points per game last season and played in 17 games. Next up will be the junior Riley Dreher, who is a 5A honorable mention in softball, but did play in all 22 games last season, and is a 5A honorable mention in softball. And to finish it all off will be the 5'11" sophomore, number 44, Zoe Winter, who picked up 2.1 points per game and played in 19 games last season. So that'll do it for our pregame show. When we come back, we'll have our first half action, and we'll be on the halftime show a little bit later. So we'll be back in a moment for tip-off. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Back here at Hayes High School, as they just got done doing the Star Spangled Banner, we are ready to go here at Hayes High School. And before we tip off tonight's game, we'll give you a uniform description of each team. So first looking at Hayes High, they will go with all white with maroon numbers with a gold outline, as well as maroon on the sides of the pants and around the arms as well. And looking at TMP, they will go all navy blue with gray numbers and letters with a blue and gray outline, as well as a gray bar on the shoulders. And we are ready to go as both teams take the court. Tipping off for TMP will be number 10, Grayson Shippers, and tipping off for Hayes High will be number 10, Katie Lindenberger. As both teams get situated and the refs get together. As they are still talking it over, and here it is. And the tip is up, and it will go to Hayes High, and the 2023 Lady Indian season is underway as Molly Martin will take it up at the top of the arc, pass it over to Dreher on the left wing, and she'll give it over to Winter, who will throw it to Martin in the right corner, faked out. Now we'll throw it back to Winter at the top of the arc. She faked as well, and will drive, and the shot's no good. Rebound to Claire Shippers of TMP, and she'll take it down the court as she'll go to the left corner and look for an open man, and gives it to her sister Grayson on the left wing as she'll drive, take a short shot, no good. And I believe that it is the Indians that come out with it. Zoe Winter was the one that got it. And we got a double dribble now against the Indians. It'll be Hayes High ball, as I believe it was Molly Martin, or it'll be TMP ball, as I believe it was Molly Martin that was taking it up. Both teams looking for their first points as we are approaching the end of the first minute. As it'll be Kenningsman taking it up for TMP, who will throw to Gottschalk in on the right wing. Gets a screen from Tegan Gottschalk, and now it popped free. She picked it up and can't connect on the shot. And it'll be rebounded by Katie Lindenberger of the Indians. And the ball popped out, and I think Brooke Kenningsman popped it free from Kinley Winter. And it'll still be the Indians' ball. Winter will throw it in, and we'll give it right to Martin, who sets up the offense, and gives it to Dreher, who looks for an open man, and now we'll give it back to Martin, who will drive, throw up a short shot from the free throw line, and it's no good, and Claire Shippers gets the rebound. That's her second of the game. Both teams 0 for 2 from the field to start this game, as Kenningsman will take it up to the top of the arc, and we'll give it to Grayson, as she'll give it over to Shaylee Gottschalk, and she'll set a screen. Gottschalk stops, throws it to Tegan Gottschalk, who will give it to Kenningsman on the right wing. She'll go one way and now the other, throw up a shot, and it rolls around and goes in, and that's the first points of the game as we have 6:16 to go. It was Britt Kenningsman that came out with it. And the Indians trying to get something going here. So Martin will have it from the left corner, and she'll throw it to Dreher as they swing it around. It'll be Winter, throws it to Zoe Winter in the corner, and now Katie Lindenberger will get the first points for the Indians. Both teams 1 for 3 to start this game as we got 5:46 to go. And I believe we're going to get the ball popped out on that one, so it will be Lady Indian ball. And it'll be Martin taking it up this time. As she'll stop, try to find an open man, and we'll throw it to Riley Dreher from the right corner and can't hit it this time. And Shaylee Gottschalk came out with the rebound and she lost it, and it will be Lady Indian ball as she had it when it went out of bounds, and we got a huge substitution here for the Lady Indians, and it's an entirely new group, in fact. Hayes High 1 for 4, but is lucky to get it back as Shaylee Gottschalk couldn't come out with it. And it'll be number 4, Annie Humphrey, that has it as they'll swing it around the arc for the Lady Indians. Humphrey will take it again and will do some moves, take up a shot, and it's short. But the rebound to Molly Buckles, and she gets the putback for the Indians. Monarchs got it as Kenningsman will take it from the left wing. She'll try, and Grayson will have it on that baseline. It takes a few bounces and will go in. Grayson with her first points of the game. As the Lady Indians will take it, and it's from the right corner. The three takes a bounce off the back iron, no good, and Kenningsman comes out with the rebound. And she'll take it up, go past the free throw line, try to get the shot, and it can't fall as Molly Buckles will get the rebound. And Indians will take it up, 4:17 to go. Humphrey with the ball a little further back from the free throw line, or three-point line, and it's stolen by Hallie Dreiling of the Monarchs. She didn't pick up any steals last season and gets her first one of the season right there. As we are halfway through the first quarter, it's 4-4. Dreiling has it, top of the arc, and thought about driving in but doesn't. And it'll be stolen by number 43, Molly Buckles. And Annie Humphrey will take it to the right wing, and now we'll give it to Morgan Armbruster. Newell will take it and throw it to Humphrey in the corner. TMP and man-to-man defense as it'll go to Newell in the corner for Armbruster, and that three off the mark, and Brooke Kenningsman was the one that came out with the rebound. Hayes High just 2 for 7 and 0 for 2 from three-point range tonight. As Kenningsman will give it to Shippers. Gottschalk sets a screen, and Shippers will take a shot from the free throw line and connect on that one to give TMP the 6-4 lead. It'll be Bridget Ross who has it, and she'll go into the paint and find Molly Buckles, who gets the layup to fall. With 2:49 to go, this game's just going back and forth to start. Gottschalk will give it to Shippers to throw it to her sister Grayson, who will try to get a shot from under the basket, and it's no good. Rebound to the Lady Indians. I believe it was number 34, Morgan Armbruster, that came out with it. As Humphrey will take it and give it to Armbruster. Throws it to Ross inside the two-point area. Armbruster will throw it back to Humphrey. 2:12 to go here in the first quarter, 6-6 game. Ross looking for an open man will find Armbruster, and Humphrey will try a deep three and connect on it. The first three-point shot of the game for the Lady Indians. It's Annie Humphrey that connected on it, and the Indians have a 9-6 lead, their first lead of the game. And it'll be I believe there was a steal that time. It was Grayson Shippers that lost it, and it was stolen by Molly Buckles. And this time it'll be Armbruster will try a deep three and can't connect, and Brooke Kenningsman came out with the rebound that time. As now Kenningsman will try a deep three, and it just catches air, and it's 9-6 with 1:22 to go, and we'll have a substitution right here. I believe it's the Lady Indians going back to their starters, consisting of Lindenberger, Martin, Winter, Dreher, and Winter. Again, it's 9-6 Hayes High with 1:22 to go, as Molly Martin will take it up the floor right now. And we'll try to get past Claire Shipper, so we'll give it to Riley Dreher. Kenley Winter in the right corner thought about a three. We'll throw it to Martin, who will try from the left corner, and we got a turnover, and that's a traveling violation against the Indians. Martin just shuffled her feet a little bit on the three-point attempt, so it's going to be TMP ball once again. It'll be Claire Shippers taking it up this time. And she'll throw it. I believe the ball got tipped as she tried throwing it to Cheyenne Yost, who's in the game for the first time tonight. And she'll try throwing it back, and it's stolen by Riley Dreher on the fast break. And she will go all the way and lay up. Good. Riley Dreher just stepped right in front of that one and got the steal and gives Hayes High an 11-6 lead, as Hallie Dreiling, I believe, got the ball poked free, but she touched it as it was going back past the half-court line, and it'll be Hayes High ball again. And we'll see another substitution as Shaylee Gottschalk will come in for Hallie Dreiling with 41 seconds to go here in this first quarter. And I think some of the players for Hayes High thought there was going to be a substitution there, but there wasn't, as Dreher will throw it into Martin and throw it to Kenley Winter in the right corner, pump faked, and we'll give it to Martin, who will drive, had the ball tipped away, and Dreher will come out with it, try the floater, and connect on it. With 27 seconds to go, Hayes High on a 7-0 scoring run, or 7-0 scoring run since the 3:05 mark here of this first quarter, or correction, the 2:49 mark. And Cheyenne Yost got trapped, and we'll throw it out to Anna Capuccio, number 31. As she'll try to work around as we're down to 6 seconds until halftime 5, and she'll try to find an open man and can't, as Claire Shippers will come out with it, and with 1 second we're going to get a foul called against the Lady Indians as Shippers got shoved out of bounds. They're going to call it on Katie Lindenberger, the first foul of the game for both teams. So with 1.1 seconds, we'll see if TMP can get points right here. As it'll be Claire Shippers throwing it in, trying to find someone who's open, and we'll throw it to number 32, Reagan Allen, who didn't shoot it. She just tried to pass it away, but either way, it's 13-6 Hayes High as we go to the second quarter. So as the teams talk things over to get ready, we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Following the break, it will now start the second quarter as Hayes High leads TMP 13-6. And we'll get you caught up on who's on the floor. For TMP, it's Bryn Riebel, Britt Kenningsman, Grayson Shippers, Tegan Gottschalk, and Shaylee Gottschalk. And for the Indians, it's Molly Martin, Zoe Winter, Katie Lindenberger, Riley Dreher, and Kenley Winter, which is all the starters. And right now, Grayson Shippers has it on the low block. And we'll throw it out to Bryn Riebel, who's trying to find an open man, but we'll throw it back to Shippers. Riebel looking once again, now will dribble, and throw it back to Kenningsman, who is trying to set up the offense. And ball got poked free, and I think we're going to get a foul call on Molly Martin, and that's just what it is. 2 fouls so far in this game now for the Lady Indians, one on Lindenberger, the other on Martin. And it'll be thrown in from near the Hayes High student section as Riebel looks, and we'll throw it across court for Gottschalk, who will catch it and throw it to Shaylee Gottschalk, back to Tegan, and Shippers has it. Give it to Kenningsman. TMP just working the ball around as Shaylee Gottschalk will try a deep 2, and that one's no good. Zoe Winter coming out with the rebound that time, her second of the game. And now Winter will throw it to Martin in the right corner. She'll drive, had the ball tipped a little bit, but get her own miss. And the shot will be off, and Tegan Gottschalk will come up with the rebound that time. And Kenningsman will have it at the top of the arc. Great defense from Riley Dreher. Kenningsman will drive, try to throw up the shot, can't connect, and Winter will, Zoe Winter will come out with the rebound that time. 3 rebounds in the game so far for her, as Lindenberger will try a layup and can't connect, as Gottschalk for TMP is right there to get it back. And it's going to be a attempted fast break, and now it's stolen. And Molly Martin's going to take it against Riebel, and now against Kenningsman. We'll pass it to Kenley Winter. Layup, yes! Kenley Winter brings the score up to 15-6 as Hayes High extends their run to 9-0 with 6:23 to go here in the second quarter. And we're going to get a timeout from TMP, so we'll step away as they talk things over. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Following the Monarch timeout, it'll be TMP ball with 6:23 to play here in the second quarter. We will note once again Hayes High's on a 9-0 scoring run, and TMP has not scored since the 3:05 mark of the first quarter, as Gottschalk will throw it into Kenningsman. And Hayes High TMP trying to beat the press, and Kenley Winter came out with the steal and throw it back to Martin, who I think she thought about taking the shot, but instead will set up the offense instead. And now she throws it back to Winter, who will drive, and we're going to get a foul on TMP's Grayson Shippers, who put pressure on Kenley Winter, but was just a little too much, and it drew the foul. And Kenningsman will come out of the game, and Hallie Dryling will check back in. That was the first foul of the game for TMP. And Martin will throw it in and find Winter in the left corner. She'll work around and we'll give it back to Martin. Works around a little bit, and Winter will have it, and we'll throw it to Lindenberger against Shippers, who tried to take the shot, and it's no good, but Grayson's going to get her second consecutive foul of this game, and that's the second team foul as well for TMP, so Katie Lindenberger will go to the line to attempt a few shots here. She shot 68% from the line this season. Is this the first free throw attempt for either team tonight? And she'll take a couple dribbles, and the shot goes up and goes a little circles on the rim, but it's no good. And we will have a substitution here, as TMP's Dryling and Shippers will check out, and Riebel will check back in, and Riebel and Capuccio will check back in, as Lindenberger's second free throw is no good, and TMP comes out with the rebound, and Capuccio trapped, but is able to get it out of there. And Kenningsman will take it against Dreher, as there's some pressure from the Indians, and Kenningsman will go all the way to the hoop, does some work but can't connect, and they're going to get a foul called. I believe it'll be underneath the basket. Kenningsman got fouled on her shot, but I believe it came before the shot went up, and it will be on Riley Dreher, her first of the game, team third. And Claire Shippers will check back into the game in place of Bryn Riebel. Brooke Kenningsman will throw it in and trying to look for someone open, and we'll throw it back, and Molly Martin comes out with the steal on that one. And it'll be a fast break. Winter tried to throw it to Lindenberger and can't, and it's stolen by Tegan Gottschalk of the Monarchs, and more full court press from the Lady Indians as Gottschalk can't find anyone open, and finally finds Claire Shippers at around the half court mark, and now Molly Martin will come out with the steal, and now a fast break of their own, and Martin will try throwing the ball to Lindenberger, but it pops out, and it'll be TMP ball once again. And more substitutions coming in now for Hayes High. On the floor right now, it'll be Humphrey, Newell, Armbruster, Buckles, and Ross checking into the game. Claire Shippers will throw the ball in. Both teams on a bit of a scoring drought right now, as TMP is trying to break the drought that lasts for, it's at the 6-minute mark right now, as Kenningsman has it right now on the left wing, looking for anyone open, and we'll throw it back to Shaylee Gottschalk, who tried throwing it to the right corner, and it's stolen by Annie Humphrey, and now Tegan Gottschalk comes out with a steal for TMP, her second of the game. Kenningsman looking for an open man as she throws it to Shippers on the left wing, and she'll go to the top of the arc. Gives it back to Kenningsman as Hayes High playing man-to-man. Kenningsman does some moves against Newell, and she'll take the shot up and connect on it to break the drought. Humphrey will take it up, and Armbruster has it right now. And Humphrey tried getting the pass, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll be TMP ball. 4:06 to go here until halftime. It's Hayes High 15, TMP 8. Gottschalk will throw it into Kenningsman as she'll go up against, I believe that's Newell, Kinsley Newell. And Kenningsman does some moves on her, goes into the lane, can't connect on the shot, and it'll be rebounded by number 42 of the Indians. And right now Humphrey has it in the right wing. She'll try a three, and it bounces off the iron and no good. And Armbruster gets the rebound and will try a shot from the left corner and connects. TMP with the ball, down by 10 with 3:17 to go until halftime. Tegan Gottschalk with the ball. Now Claire Shippers throws it to Anna Capuccio in the paint. Shippers will now drive as Gottschalk will take it from the left wing, and Kenningsman will try a deep three from the top of the arc, can't connect, and it'll be Newell that comes out with the rebound. TMP's first three-point attempt of the game, and now a shot no good by the Indians, and coming out with the rebound is Shaylee Gottschalk. And we're going to get a foul called against Hayes High, and they'll call it on Annie Humphrey for her first of the game. 4 fouls so far for the Indians, and we're going to have a substitution once again. In the game for TMP is Shippers, Dreiling, Claire and Grayson Shippers, as well as Dreiling, Yost, and Tegan Gottschalk. And in the game for the Indians is Martin, Kenley Winter, Riley Dreher, Zoe Winter, and Katie Lindenberger. Shippers will take it and throw it to Dreiling in the left wing, trying to go up against Winter, and we're going to get a foul called on Winter as she tried poking the ball free from Dreiling. And that's Winter's first foul of the game. 5 so far in this first half for the Indians as we have 2:43 to go. TMP trying to find an open man. Shippers will throw it to Yost, and Gottschalk will take it. Throw it to Dreiling, will try a deep corner three and can't connect. And the ball, they'll give it to the rebound. It popped out of bounds, and they'll give it to the Monarchs. As Shippers will throw it in, she'll give it to Tegan Gottschalk, who will try drive against Lindenberger. Yost will take it and throw it back to Gottschalk, and she can't hold on to the ball. Zoe Winter had it, and now Claire Shippers will take it with the left-handed layup. It rolls around and goes in. Make it 18-10 Indians with 2:15 to play. Claire Shippers picked up her first points of the game. Martin trying to find someone open as Dreher will take it from the top of the arc, try a three, bounces off the iron, no good, but Zoe Winter right there to pick up the rebound, her 4th of the game. And the ball popped free from Lindenberger, and Shippers will pick up the steal on that one. Grayson going up against Winter, she'll throw it to her sister Claire, who will go up against Martin. And Cheyenne Yost has it, and we'll give it to Grayson Shippers, who will drive against Winter and Lindenberger, and we're going to get a turnover as Shippers walked with the ball, and Hayes High is going to get it back. It'll be Dreher throwing it into Martin right here. And Martin will walk it up the floor. 1:30 to go here in the first half. Throws it to Dreher, and now back to Martin as the Indians work it around the arc a little bit. Kenley Winter trying to find an open man, will throw it to Zoe Winter, who will give it to Lindenberger, who tries going up against Gottschalk, and we're going to get a foul called on Tegan, and that'll be her first of the game. 3rd team foul for the Monarchs. And Katie Lindenberger will try the free throws right here. She shot the first 2 for Hayes High and didn't connect on them. And she'll try to redeem herself right here, and she does as that first one falls. With 1:20 to go. Yeah, she takes a few dribbles, takes that second shot, and it falls as Riley Dreher fell to the ground. And And we got a steal now, and Zoe Winter will take it and connect on it. Molly Martin came out with the steal and threw it to Zoe Winter, and we're going to get a foul called on, I believe, Zoe again. It'll be I think they'll actually call it on Molly Martin that time, and that is what it will be. 6th foul for the Indians, putting the Monarchs 1 away from bonus. And it'll be Hallie Dreiling taking shots from the free throw line. Did not miss a shot last year and hits her first one. As we'll have a substitution, and Dreiling getting ready to attempt her 2nd free throw. She'll take a couple dribbles, shot goes up, and she connects on it. And cuts the lead down to 10 with 1:05 to go until we reach the half. Humphrey has the ball, and we'll give it over to Lindenberger, who throws it to Dreher. Humphrey will try a right wing 3 and connect on it. 25-12 Indians as we have just 43 seconds to go until we reach the half. It'll be Kennisman going up against Dreher up the floor. Hayside trying to get pressure. Kennisman looking for anybody open. Hayside playing great defense, and she finally finds Claire Shippers, who's looking, and will find Hallie Dreiling in the left corner. And Shippers looking, will take the shot, and it's a little short, and the Indians come out with the rebound. It's Riley Dreher picking up her first of the game. Dreher looking around, trying to find someone open. Gives it to Zoe Winter, and we're going to get a traveling call with just 2 seconds until we reach the half. And TMP will just try to throw it in and see how far they can shoot it. Dreiling trying to throw it into Kennisman, but she's tightly covered by Dreher. Tries to float it over, and with 2 seconds, 1 second, Kennisman will try a half-court shot and can't hit it as it goes off the backboard, so that will take us to halftime, as it'll be Hayes High 25, TMP 12. And when we come back, we will give you our halftime show that will include a recap of the first half, as well as player and team stats, and if we can, we'll get you some scores from around the state. So we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Back here at Hayes High School on the halftime show as Hayes High leads TMP by a score of 25-12. And to start off tonight's halftime show, we will take a look at how each team scored in the first half. At the start, in the first 6 minutes, that is, it went back and forth as it took Hayes High till the minute 53 mark in that first quarter to get their first lead, as Annie Humphrey hit a 3 to give the Indians a 9-6 lead, which would also start a very long drought for TMP, as Hayes High would go on a 9-0 scoring run, which wouldn't end until the 4:19 mark of the second quarter, with TMP's Britt Kennisman hitting a 2. And Hayes High would then respond with a 3 of their own from Morgan Armbruster to bring the score up to 18-8. And from that point on, TMP had struggles putting up points, as they were able to get one from Claire Shippers with 2:23 to go in that second quarter, as well as free throws from Hallie Dreiling with 1:07 to go. And for the Indians, it was they were able to hit a few three-pointers, and the score is 25-12 at the half. So we'll step away again, and when we come back, we will have individual and team stats, as well as some scores from around the state. So we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Back here at Hayes High School on the halftime show, we will now give you our individual and team numbers here at halftime, and we'll start off with Hayes High's scoring. Going down the list, Annie Humphrey at the half has 6 points, and she's leading the way in that category, with some Indians behind her, with Katie Lindenberger with 4, as well as Riley Dreher with 4, and Molly Buckles has 4 points as well. Morgan Armbruster has 3 points in the half, and Kelly Winter and Zoe Winter both have 2 points. Now looking over at TMP's scoring, Claire Shippers picked up 2 points in that first half, and tying for the leading scorers are Grayson Shippers and Brett Kennisman, who both have 4, and Hallie Dreiling picked up 2 off of the free throws. And now we'll take a look at halftime or other numbers. We'll start off with going down the list for Hayes High. For each player, Annie Humphrey has picked up a steal, Katie Lindenberger a rebound, Molly Martin picked up a rebound, an assist, and 3 steals in that first half. Kinley Winter got a steal, and Kinsley Newell picked up a rebound, and also Riley Dreher picked up a rebound as well, and Morgan Armbruster picking up a rebound as well, and Molly Buckles picked up 3 rebounds as well as 2 steals, and Zoe Winter picked up 4 rebounds and got an assist as well. Now looking over at TMP, Claire Shippers has picked up 2 rebounds in that first half, and Grayson picked up 1 steal. Britt Kenningsman picked up 2 rebounds, as well as Shaylee Gottschalk doing the exact same. And Allie Dryling picked up 1 steal in that first half, and Tegan Gottschalk picking up 2 steals and a rebound. And Anna Capuccio picking up 1 rebound. And now to finish off tonight's halftime show, we will now give you our team numbers. And we'll start off with Hayes High, who so far in that first half has gone 10 for 23 from the field, at 3 for 8 from three-point range, and 2 for 4 from the free throw line, as well as picking up 12 team rebounds and 2 assists, as well as 7 steals as well. And now looking over at TMP, they are currently 5 for 13 from the field, having yet to hit a 3-point field goal at 0 for 2, and it's gone 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And they've picked up 8 rebounds, as well as 2 assists and a block, as well as 4 steals as well. So that'll do it for our halftime show. And when we come back, we'll have our second half action. Again, Hayes High leads TMP 25-12, so we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Back here at Hayes High School, we are now ready to start the second half, as it'll be Hayes High starting out with the ball as Riley Dreher gets ready to throw it in to Molly Martin. And refs will get set as there's 8 minutes on the clock. And ref will hand it to Riley, and she'll throw it in to get the second half underway. Martin will bring it up and throw it to Winter, who will now throw it back to Martin and will try a long corner 3 and bury it. Molly Martin with a huge shot to start the second half. And TMP won't waste time as Brooke Kenningsman will run down the floor and hit the 2-pointer. And now Martin will work it up the floor and find Winter, who will throw it, Zoe Winter, who will throw it to Kinley Winter. And she'll give it to Martin at the top of the arc, and will throw it inside to Lindenberger, who can't connect on the shot, but gets her own rebound. And now Winter will come out with it, and it'll be Dreher who gives it over to Kinley Winter, who can't hit the shot. And Zoe Winter gets the rebound and finally finishes off the possession for the Indians. And we're going to get a timeout called by the Indians. It'll be a 30-second timeout, as Zoe Winter just hit that shot. She hit it with 7:06 to go, and we'll have 7:04 to go here in the third quarter. Zoe Winter, that was her 4th point. She has 4 points after making that shot. And so far it's been, in this half, Molly Martin, Brooke Kenningsman, and Zoe Winter, who have put up points so far. So following the timeout right now, there'll be Shaylee Gottschalk throwing it into Brooke Kenningsman. And as Hayes High puts pressure on, it'll be Brooke Kenningsman, who's got a path, and we'll try throwing it to Grayson, but it'll be Kinley Winter coming out with the steal on that possession, and Martin will run down, and we'll get a foul call against the Monarchs as Molly Martin went up for the layup. She got fouled, and we'll see who it is, and it'll be on number 15, Shaylee Gottschalk, for the first foul of the second half. And Molly Martin will go to the line to shoot free throws. 80% from the line last season, as she takes a couple bounces, and the shot falls. Hayes High now 3 for 5 from the line. And she hits that one, and it'll be 32-14 Hayes High. Kinney's will work it up the floor. It's 32-14 Indians. 6:37 to go in the third quarter. As Shippers will have it and throw it to her sister Grayson, who gives it over to Kinney's in the left wing. She'll try to get past Dreher, looking for someone open, and she'll take the shot. And tough shot, but it will fall. Kinney's now into double figures with that shot. And it'll be thrown into Lindenberger for Hayes High, and Shippers block the shot, and Molly Martin will try the left wing three and hit it. 35-16 Hayes High with just about 6 minutes to go. That brings Molly Martin up to 7 points as Kinney's will take it up against Dreher. 5:48 to go here in the third quarter. She'll throw it over to Shaylee Gottschalk, and her foot stepped on the line, and there was actually a Hayes High student that pointed it out, and the ref will point the other way, and it's Hayes High ball. It'll be Dreher throwing it in to Martin. And she'll take it up against Bryn Riebel, and Tegan Gottschalk tried jumping in to steal it as it was thrown to Kinley Winter. Molly Martin, another three from the left corner, and that one falls as well. Molly Martin, 2 threes in a row. And now we're going to get a foul call, and I think it's going to be a push-off against Shaylee Gottschalk. And this one's going the other way. And we're going to get a substitution here for Hayes High. Again, it's 38-16 as Molly Martin has hit the last has got the last 8 points for Hayes High. And it'll be Annie Humphrey who has the ball. And it'll be worked around the arc a little bit. Humphrey still has it. And he'll throw it to Armbruster, who will give it to Bridget Ross, who will try a two and can't hit it. And Hayes High will get the offensive rebound. Annie Humphrey works around, tries the shot, and hits it. And it'll be Kenningsman working it up here. 40-16 Indians as we're approaching that almost to the halfway mark of this third quarter. Doing some work against number 21 of the Indians, Kinsley Newell, and Kenningsman took it in and will draw a foul. We'll see who it's on right here. It'll be 43 Molly Buckles picking up her first of the game, and that's the first team foul of the half for Hayes High as Kingsman will try a free throw and can't hit it. And she'll get ready to take the second one, where she takes 3 dribbles, and it goes off the back iron, and Morgan Armbruster comes out with the rebound. And Shaylee Gottschalk actually got the steal, and now she'll try a jumper and can't connect on it, and it's Annie Humphrey picking up the rebound. Her first of the game. And it'll be travel now against Bridget Ross as she tried looking for anyone open. And we're going to have a TMP substitution as Claire Shippers checks in for Bryn Riebel. TMP trying to break a 2-minute scoring drought right here. Their last points were a 2-pointer by Brooke Kenningsman at the 6:22 mark. So she'll work it up right here against Kinsley Newell, and Kenningsman will drive, take it back to the corner, give it to Tegan Gottschalk, and she pump fakes. Kenningsman will take it, set up the offense, works around the arc a little bit, and will throw it to Claire Shippers, and it slipped right through her hands, and it's going to be Hayes High ball once again. Ross will throw it in to Humphrey, and she'll set up the offense as she dribbles up. She'll be up against Claire Shippers, TMP playing man-to-man still. And Newell will give it to Ross, and back to Newell. Humphrey will take it at the top of the arc. Does some dribbles, back to Newell in the left wing. It'll be Buckles who will throw it to Armbruster in the right corner, and she hits a 3. Morgan Armbruster in her debut has gone off so far. And it'll be Kenningsman who will go at the top of the arc, try a long three and can't connect. And Grayson Shippers fought for it, and Shayla Gottschalk was the one that came out with it. And we're going to get a foul on number 34, Morgan Armbruster, her first of the game in the second of the half for Hayes High. As TMP will have it under the basket with 3:10 to go in the third quarter. Kenningsman will throw it into Gottschalk, who's at the left corner, and it'll be almost stolen, but it will fall out of bounds, and TMP will keep possession as Kinsley Newell stepped in front of it to bat it out of bounds. As Kenningsman will look for an open man, she'll throw it to Tegan Gottschalk, who will throw it to Claire Shippers, so we'll try a hook shot, and it goes. Claire Shippers with her fourth points of the game, and Tegan Gottschalk picking up her first assist of the game. And it'll be Bridget Ross who drives in, and she draws the foul and gets it, and it's an and one. Brings it up to 45-18, and now Ross will attempt the free throws. She didn't even go to the free throw line last season, so this is her first one of the night, and it connects to make the score 46-18. And TMP will work it up, and I believe it was Tegan Gottschalk that got the basket that time. Brings the Monarchs up to the 20-point mark. And I believe we're going to get a turnover as it went out of bounds on Hayes High, and TMP will take it as they trail 46-21 with 2:26 to play in the third quarter. Kenningsman will bring it up the floor. And we'll try to find someone who's open. And we'll throw it to Shippers in the left wing. Gives it to her sister Grayson, who will work around, try to find Kenningsman, who will try a long three, can't hit it, and it'll be Molly Buckles that comes out with her fourth rebound of the game. And Humphrey tried making a pass, but lost it, and Grayson Shippers came out with the steal as she'll go up the floor and throw it to Shayla Gottschalk, who couldn't quite make the catch and was holding onto her ankle as she came down. She might have rolled it a little bit when she made the jump, but either way, it'll be Hayes High ball. And we'll have substitution. Hayes High going with their starting five. And TMP, I believe, or no, they won't have their starting five, as Hallie Dreiling is in the game, along with Claire Shippers, Britt Kenningsman, Grayson Shippers, and Tegan Gottschalk. Martin will work it up the floor for Hayes High and give it to Lindenberger, who tries to find someone open, throws it to Kinley Winter, and connects on the three. 49-21, Hayes High with 1:30 to go until we reach the fourth quarter of play. As Hallie Dreiling will have it at the top of the arc, she'll hand it off to Kenningsman, who will throw it to Gottschalk, who throws it back to Kenningsman, and Claire Shippers has it, and it was poked free by Molly Martin, but either way, TMP will keep possession. It'll be Kenningsman throwing it in as she tries to find someone open. Hallie Dreiling will cross, but Kenningsman didn't see her, and she tried throwing it into Grayson Shippers, but overshoots her, and it will be Hayes High ball. And Riley Dreher will be throwing it in once again. She'll throw it into Molly Martin, and she'll take it up the floor as the clock approaches the 1 minute mark here in the third quarter. Again, Hayes High leads at 49-21. And it'll be Kenley Winter in the right corner. I think she thought about a three, but it'll be Katie Lindenberger in the paint. Can't connect, and we're going to have a jump ball as Brooke Kenningsman came in to try to give the ball to TMP, but the possession arrow will face TMP either way, so they'll have the ball with 51 seconds left until we reach the fourth quarter. Kenningsman works it up the floor. She'll be up against Riley Dreher, who, as Kenningsman does a couple of dribbles and gives it to Claire Shippers, looking for anyone open, and will throw it to Tegan Gottschalk, who gives it to Hallie Dreiling, and it's poked free by Kinley Winter on the fast break against Claire Shippers. She'll go up with the layup and can't get it, but Molly Martin right there for the rebound and the putback. It's a 30-point lead for the Indians. As Kenningsman will work it up, we got 13 seconds until we reach the fourth quarter. Kenningsman will drive into the lane, can't hit it, and Zoe Winter coming out with the rebound. And it'll be Molly Martin with 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and the ball popped free as Kenley Winter tried to make the pass but couldn't come out with it. And Hallie Dreiling will throw it in as there's just 0.6 seconds until we reach the fourth quarter. As Kenningsman will take it, she'll baseball pass it and couldn't quite hit it, but it'll be Hayes High 51, TMP 21 as we go to the fourth quarter, and we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Back here at Hayes High School as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Hayes High with a commanding lead as they lead by 30. It's 51-21, and it'll be Hayes High. I believe it will be Hayes High ball to start this fourth quarter of play. Riley Dreher will be the one inbounding it. And she's going to inbound it to Molly Martin. And fourth quarter is underway as Martin takes it and will go past half court. She'll be up against Kenningsman, and she'll look around and find Winter, who throws it to Lindenberger at the top of the arc. Martin takes it, thought about a three. Now will drive and throw it to Lindenberger, who lost it and goes up against Shippers, and we're going to get a travel as Lindenberger brought her foot up as she was trying to fake out Shippers, but it'll be a turnover and it will be TMP ball. Bryn Riebel will bring it up the floor now, as I believe she was the one that inbounded it to Kenningsman, but she'll go up the floor and throw it to Cheyenne Yost in the right wing. Throw it to Anna Capuccio, who lost it for a second but gets it back. And it'll be Kenningsman who trying to find someone open, but Kinley Winter guarding her tightly. Riebel will have it, and it's going to be stolen by Kinley Winter, but I think she threw it off somebody's leg, and it'll be Hayes High ball as Kinley Winter will pick up the steal. Her third of the game. Martin will bring it up the floor for Hayes High, and Lindenberger has it. Martin will work towards that left side and try throwing it into Winter, but couldn't quite hit it. And she turns it over. She tried making a last-second effort to get the ball before it went out of bounds, but it'll be TMP ball. 6:30 to go here in the fourth quarter, and it'll be Riebel bringing it up. And she'll throw it to Capuccio, who will give it to Yost in the left corner. Shippers looking and tried throwing it to Capuccio, and Dreher comes out with a steal on the fast break and throws it to Lindenberger, and she'll go up for the layup, but got it blocked by Grayson Shippers, and as she picks up her first block of the game, it'll still be Hayes High ball. And the clock continues to run with 6 minutes to go because Hayes High's up by 30 at the moment. Dreher looking for someone open, and she'll throw it to Zoe Winter, who the Indians will keep possession as Capuccio got her hands on it to break up the pass. And Dreher will be the one throwing it in to Martin, as both teams trying to find their first points of the fourth quarter. Martin will work it up and throw it to Winter, who looks around trying to find somebody open. Will try to go to the left, but Bryn Riebel is going to pick up her first foul of the game as she tried poking the ball free. Third foul of the half for TMP, which is the exact same number that they had in the first half. And it'll be Dreher throwing it in, and she'll give it to Kinley Winter, who will do some moves on Bryn Riebel, and throws it to Martin in the right wing, trying to find someone open, and now will drive into the paint, throw it to Winter in the corner, but it got tipped and she couldn't quite make anything out of it, and it's stolen by Anna Capuccio of TMP. And Reba will work it up against Winter and throw it to Capuccio. Yost will take it in the corner and try a two-pointer, and it goes in and out, and it will be Zoe Winter coming out with the rebound. 6th of the game for Winter. And Martin will take it and throw it into Lindenberger, who missed the layup, gets her own miss, and can't hit it that time as she falls to the floor, and we're going to get a jump ball with the arrow pointing to TMP. Lindenberger missed 2 shots right there, but is able to get 2 rebounds, bringing her up to 3. And we're going to have a substitution here with, on the floor for the Indians, it'll be Armbruster, Humphrey, Newell, Ross, and Buckles. Bryn Reba will bring it up for TMP and work towards that right side. And we'll throw it to Cheyenne Yost, who will give it to Capuccio at the top of the arc. Like I said, both teams looking for their first points of the quarter, and Capuccio tried a long 3 and couldn't hit it. And Newell will come out with the rebound and will go up the floor and can't quite hit the layup, but gets her own miss. And it'll be Buckles who goes into the paint and scores the first points of this fourth quarter for either team. TMP working around a little bit. Capuccio will have it, trying to get a shot over Ross, but trying to find some space but couldn't get it. And it'll be Buckles coming out with her 5th rebound of the game. Humphrey works it up the floor. So we're approaching the 3-minute mark. Armbruster will take it from the left wing, works it around, and we'll find Newell, who will pump fake, go into the lane, try a floater, and it's no good. And Ross right there for the putback, and it falls. (55-21) Hayes High with 2:46 to go. As TMP works the ball around on a score. In a small scoring drought, they have not scored since the 2:31 mark of the third quarter. And we got a timeout right now as Kinsley Newell is tying her shoe. As the clock continues to run with 2:25 to go in the game. Reba will throw it in, trying to find someone open. And we'll throw it to Reagan Allen, and Reba will take it again. Capuccio works it towards the paint, and Reba has it on the left wing, and will hand it off to Capuccio, who works her way towards the top of the arc. As Yost will look, trying to find someone open. Back to Reba at the top of the arc. Trying to find someone open is Hallie Dreiling will have it on that right wing. Allen will take it, and Yost will take the shot, and it's short, and Annie Humphrey comes out with her 2nd rebound of the game. She'll go up the floor. No one guarding her at the moment, but Reba finally came over, and Hallie Dreiling stepped in front of it and knocked it out of bounds, but it will stay Hayes High ball. Minute 32 to go here in the game, and we're going to get a substitution now and a 30-second timeout from Hayes High. So as they talk things over, we'll take a look at how scoring has gone here recently in this quarter. The first points of the quarter actually came at the 3-minute 25 mark, as we've had a running clock in this quarter because of Hayes High's 30-point lead that they had entering the quarter. And TMP still trying to find their shot, as Tegan Gottschalk hit that last shot at the 2:31 mark in the third quarter. And as the timeout ends, we'll see who's on the floor for Hayes High. It'll be Sienna Loomis, Rylan Harrington, Liz Cunningham, Jasa Roa, and Cassidy Smith. As Roa will take it, she'll throw it over to Loomis in the left wing, and Smith had a pass for a second but bounced the ball off her shoe, and it'll be TMP ball. Reba will take it up the floor with exactly 1 minute to go here in this fourth quarter of play. Yost will have it in the right wing as Allen will drive and hit the shot and the and one. Allen, a 5'9" freshman, hits the first shot of her career. And she'll go to the free throw line as that clock continues to go down to 35 seconds as the shot goes up, and she hits it. As bring it up the floor is Rylan Harrington. She'll give it over to Cassidy Smith, who gives it to Jason Rowe at the top of the arc. 20 seconds to go in this one as the clock continues to roll down. It'll be Smith with it, and ball was stolen by Anna Capuccio of TMP for her third of the game. She'll try a long three and hit it. Anna Capuccio with her first basket of the game, but Hayes High will let the clock run out, and they will come out with the win tonight by a score of 55-27. So they break that losing streak, that 4-game losing streak that they had with TMP. And now we'll step aside and look at a couple stats when we come back and get you set for tonight's game between the Hayes High boys Indians team and TMP. So we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Back here at Hayes High School as we get ready to bring you the boys game for tonight. But before we look at the rundown for each team in that game, we will take a look at how the final points scored for individually tonight, as the final score tonight was Hayes High 55, TMP 27. So we'll start off with Hayes High. Going down the list, Annie Humphrey had 6 points, and Katie Lindenberger finished with 4. Molly Martin led the way for Hayes High with 10, and Kenley Winter finished with 7 points. And going down that list, Riley Dreher finished with 4, Bridget Ross picked up 5, and Morgan Armbruster picked up 6 in her debut, as well as Molly Buckles picking up 8 points, and Zoe Winter picking up 5. And for TMP, it was Claire Shippers picking up 4 points, Grace and her sister Grayson with 4. Brooke Kenningsman led the way with 10 points, and Hallie Dryling picked up 2 points, as well as Tegan Gottschalk doing the same, and Anna Capuccio picking up 3 off of that last shot at the end, and Reagan Allen picking up 2 points as well. So as we get ready for Hayes High and the Hayes High and TMP boys game, we'll give you a rundown of each team, starting with Hayes High, who finished last season with a record of 13-9, in which they lost in the sub-state championship to state runner-up Cape and Mount Carmel. And the Indians did lose 6 seniors from last season, including All-State honorable mention Chasen Vanderliege, but returns 54% of their scoring and 38% of their rebounding, which includes returning senior Jack Weimer, who averaged 12 points per game and started in 21 of the 22 games last season, but he did play in all of those games. And they also returned seniors Kaiser Fox, who played in 22 games, and Edwin Muller, who played in 21. And they also returned senior Corbin Worth, as well as sophomore Dawson Reuter, who played in all 22 games last season. Now looking over at TMP, they finished last season with a record of 22-4, in which they took 4th at state, which was their 3rd state appearance in a row. They lost 3 seniors last year that were named to the All-MCL team and made the 2A All-State team. But they do get back some players, including senior Griffin Shoemaker, who is the only returning starter and also the top returning scorer, who averaged 4.9 points per game while also getting 2.9 assists per game. And senior Joey Mendrup returns after playing in 25 games last season, all off the bench, and he picked up 4.3 points per game last season, making him 2nd out of the returners. And along with those 2, the Monarchs returned 2 sophomores from last season and 1 senior from last year's team. So when we come back, we will have our starting lineups, and we should be ready to tip off tonight's game after that. So we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Back here at Hayes High School, as we are now about set to tip off between the Hayes High Indians and the TMP Marion Monarchs boys game. We'll start off, but before we tip it off, we'll give you our starters for each team. Starting with Hayes High, they'll go with a 3-guard, 2-forward look, which consists of number 0, Edwin Muller, number 10, Trey Oakley, and number 12, Jack Weimer in the guard spots, and number 32, Kaiser Fox, and number 34, Dawson Reuter in those forward spots. TMP will go with a 4-guard, 1-forward look, which consists of Joey Mindrup, number 2, Joey Mindrup, number 3, Griffin Shoemaker, number 10, Caden Dinkle, number 11, William Eck, and number 20, Ian Nails. So as the teams take the floor, Hayes High will be in their white jerseys with maroon numbers, but the front will say Hayes in white, and TMP will be wearing blue, their navy jerseys with white numbers and letters. So it'll be Ian Nails tipping off against Kaiser Fox. And as the tip goes up, it'll be Hayes High getting the ball, and it'll be Trey Oakley who will start out with it. Weimer will work it up the floor to start, and he'll throw it to Oakley, who goes to Reuter at the top of the arc. He'll look and drive in against Nails, and now we'll throw it to Oakley in the left wing. And we're going to get a foul on the play, and it's going to be Ian Nails, who wrapped a little bit around Dawson Reuter. So it'll be first foul of the game with just 15 seconds into the contest. So Weimer will inbound it. Thought about throwing it to Reuter, and now we'll look around, and we'll throw it to Kaiser Fox, who will work around, and we'll throw it to Weimer in the left corner. He'll drive against Shoemaker. Got stopped by Mindrup. Looks, trying to find an open man, and we'll throw it to Oakley, who gives it to Muller. And he'll throw it in the corner to Fox, who will drive up in the lane against Eck, and it's no good. Reuter right there and gets the putback. And Dawson Reuter will get the first points of the contest with 7:23 to go here in the first quarter. TMP working the ball around. It's Shoemaker with it on the right wing. Does some dribbles, and will give it to William Eck in the right corner. Dinkle with the ball at the top of the arc. Throws it to Shoemaker. Will throw it immediately to Mindrup. Dinkle trying to find an open man, and now Eck will take it. TMP just continues to work it around the arc. Dinkle thought about a three, takes a step back, and will throw it. Mindrup had the ball, and we're going to get a turnover as Ian Nails will get a three in the lane call. As it'll be Kaiser Fox who will throw it in for Hayes High, and Jack Weimer will take it up the floor. He'll get the call from head coach Sean Dreiling. And it'll be Trey Oakley who gives it to Reuter. Hayes High done a great job with ball movement so far to start this one, and Weimer will go into the lane. The layup will go. Jack Weimer with his first basket of the season. As Eck will take it and give it to Mindrup. TMP once again will work it around the arc. Eck will take it and try to drive into the lane. Will go for the layup, and it's no good, and Reuter will come out with the rebound. His second of the game, first defensive. And it will be in the corner. Muller for three. Connects. 7-0 to start the game, and TMP will call a timeout to talk things over. It's been, so to go with the 7-0 starts, the scoring's been done by Dawson Reuter, who got the first basket on a putback. Then Jack Weimer got a layup, and then Edwin Muller just hit that three a moment ago. So as teams continue to talk it over here in the timeout, there's no substitutions at the moment. So it'll be Will Eck inbounding for TMP, and he'll throw it to Shoemaker, who will go up against Muller. And he'll go right to the basket, but now will throw it out to Dinkle. Hands it off to Eck, and now he'll try to drive. Shoemaker thought about a right wing three. Ian Nails will drive into the paint. Lost the ball for a second. We're going to get a foul called on the Indians. Not quite sure who it is. I believe it'll be Dawson Reuter, and that's just who it is, who picks up his first foul of the game and the first team foul for Hayes High. Mindrup will inbound. TMP going with a stack play. And Dinkle will have it and throw it to Mindrup in the right corner. Shoemaker getting the play call from TMP head coach Bill Mayer. Shoemaker will drive, now throw it to Mindrup, and he lost the ball. And it's Kaiser Fox that comes out with the steal. And now we had a little, and so much happened in that span. And it'll be Weimer who missed the shot, and Will Eck will come out with his first rebound of the game. And now Shoemaker will go up the floor and will get fouled by Edwin Muller for Hayes High's second foul. He got on the back of Shoemaker, and Griffin lost his balance. So we'll see a substitution right here, and coming into the game is number 15, Isaac Fox, for the Indians in place of Dawson Reuter. Fox just saw action in 2 games last season and just averaging 1 rebound per game, so he'll see extended minutes this season. As Mindrup will take the ball, 5:16 to go here in the first quarter. Dinkle will try a long three, can't quite hit it, and it will be Trey Oakley coming out with the rebound. Weimer works it up the floor. We'll hand it off to Fox, who's looking for Isaac Fox is looking for an open man. Gives it to Weimer, who will try to work his way in and stop and come back out. And it'll be Oakley in the right corner, fake the pass, and now give it to Kaiser Fox, who will work towards that left side and give it to Weimer, who will do one move, a step back three from the top of the arc, can't quite hit it, and Ian Nails got a hold of it, but I believe it got popped out, so it will be TMP ball. And we'll see a substitution now as TMP will go with the tallest man on their roster in place of Griffin Shoemaker, 6'4" Heward Brungart coming into the game. And Mindrup gets the inbound from Eck, who will give it to Caden Dinkle, who will walk up the floor. Defended by Trey Oakley. Ian Nails will drive and give it to Eck. Mindrup almost got the ball stolen from him. Will work around the arc, and Ian Nails will go for the drive and the layup, and can't quite hit it. Someone's still scrambling for the rebound, and it's Trey Oakley that comes out with his second of the game. Mueller has it and will give it to Fox. Weimer thought about a three from the left corner. Will drive in and hit the shot. Weimer with his second basket of the game. Nails will have it and give it to Eck in the left corner. Mindrup working around, and we'll throw it to Nails in the right corner. Try to get inside to Brungart. Now Isaac Fox comes out with the steal, and Mueller will go to the basket and score. And with an 11-0 lead with 3:49 to go here in the first quarter, it's already TMP's already calling their second timeout of the game. As two teams talk things over with 20 seconds to go in this timeout. We'll give you a scoring update real fast. Edwin Mueller has the most points right now for Hayes High with 5. Right behind him, Jack Weimer has 4, and Dawson Reuter with 2, and TMP still in the hunt for their first points. As the two teams come out of the huddle, on the floor for Hayes High will be Mueller, Lindenmeyer, Weimer, Kaiser Fox, and his brother Isaac Fox. And on the floor for TMP, they'll go with Eck, Dinkle, Brungart, Shoemaker, and Mindrup. And it will be Dinkle taking it up the floor. As he looks around, trying to find an open man, he'll throw it to Brungart, who's being tightly guarded by Isaac Fox. Brungart now driving, and will throw it in the corner to Mindrup, who will give it to Eck. And now Shoemaker, the ball was intended for Caden Dinkle. Shoemaker had it, but couldn't get full possession of it, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Hayes High ball. Kaiser Fox will throw it in, and Weimer will take it. We got 3:30 to go here in the first quarter. Weimer lets his guys get open. Mueller will take it, and he'll fake one, and faked out Joey Mindrup. Lindenmeyer, right corner three, can't quite hit it, and it goes out. Caden Dinkle come out with the rebound, and Cooper Lindenmeyer will be called for the foul. As Dinkle went for that rebound, Lindenmeyer bumped into him, and that's what drew the call. So inbounding it will be Will Eck into Griffin Shoemaker. As Griffin's guarded by Edwin. He'll throw it to Will Eck on the left side of the court. And we'll throw it to Ian Nails at the top of the arc. He'll try driving, can't. And we'll give it back to Caden Dinkle, who tried passing away and bobbled it. And now Nails will have it. Eck trying to set up something. Will try driving. Can't find an area, and Ian Nails will take the shot and hit the first shot of the game for TMP. As Hayes High will not waste any time, Jack Weimer will throw in the corner. It's Edwin Mueller for three, and he buries it. Another three for the Hayes High offense. 14-2, Will Eck has it, and we'll give it to Shoemaker with 2:20 to go here in the first quarter. Dinkle tries driving, has the ball poked free, and it's Kaiser Fox that came out with it, and he'll go all the way to the other end and score. Shoemaker will walk up the floor and give it to Dinkle in that left wing. He'll throw it to Eck, who will give it to Shoemaker. Now TMP continue to work around the arc. Nails had it poked free, and Isaac Fox was the one that came out with the steal. And at the other end, Edwin Muller will get the basket to fall. It's 18-2 Hayes High, and we're going to get a timeout here on the court, and we'll step away for a moment as they talk things over. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Following the timeout, TMP will inbound it right here, and it'll be Ty Schmeidler who checks in for the first time, giving it to Shoemaker. As Griffin will dribble up the floor, and we'll try driving for a moment. Now we'll give it to Mindrup, who works around the arc and gives it to Schmeidler. Got bumped a little bit, trying to find an open man. Back to Shoemaker, who will work around a little bit. Hands it to Mindrup, who bobbled it, but we'll give it to Schmeidler, who's looking for an open shot. Shoemaker sets up the offense and holds up a number of fingers. I'm not sure how much it was, but it'll be Mindrup throwing it inside to Brungart, who lost the ball, and it'll be Hayes High ball once again. Oakley will be the one inbounding it for Hayes High to Cano, who's in for the first time tonight. He'll be guarded by Shoemaker, and Cano will dribble it and give it to Trey Oakley, who gives it to Isaac Fox. Lindenmeyer will take it and give it back to Cano. Great ball movement so far in this game from Hayes High, as Reuter is double teamed by Brungart and Shoemaker, and a hook shot from Reuter will fall for his second basket of the game. As TMP won't waste time, Griffin Shoemaker will go up the floor and give it to Ty Schmeidler, and we're going to get a foul call on number 4, Cooper Lindenmeyer, for his second of the game. 4th team foul for the Indians. Caden Dinkle will now check in place of Brungart, and Edwin Muller will check back in. And Schmeidler will be the one throwing it in. We got 42 seconds until the conclusion of the first quarter. And it'll be Dinkle who gives it to Shoemaker, who gives it to Schmeidler at the top of the arc. Does some dribbles and now will drive, and they lost the ball, and we're going to get a blocking foul. I believe this will be called on number 10, Trey Oakley, who was on the ground when it was called. So that's his first of the game. And it will be marked as a shooting foul, so Schmeidler will go to the line to shoot 2. As his first one is up, it's no good. And the first free throw of his high school career will be no good, as he attempts the second one right here. It does some bounces and rolls out, and Dawson Reuter was the one that came out with the rebound. Cano will run up the floor and give it to Reuter, fakes the handoff to Cano, goes inside against Nails, will take the shot off the window and good. As Shoemaker will work it up the floor, it's 22-2 Hayes High, and Caden Dinkle will take it, give it to Mindrup, finds Schmeidler in the left corner, who will try driving, and we're going to get a foul called against Hayes High. Not sure, there were 2 Hayes High players in that area when the foul occurred, and they're going to give it on number 15, Isaac Fox, for his first of the game. 6 fouls so far in this first quarter, and Schmeidler will go to the line and attempt free throws once again, and as his first one will fall. And Schmeidler will attempt his second one, 1 for 3 at the line tonight. It is up and good. And Hayes High will try to score as Weimer will go up the floor, try a shot at the buzzer, and it hits the front of the rim and no good. So at the end of the first quarter, it's already Hayes High 22, TMP 4. And as the two teams talk things over to get prepared for the second quarter, we'll step away for a moment, and we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Back here at Hayes High School for the start of the second quarter, and so far it's gone just as you'd expect, as Hayes High leads at 22-4 and has gone on scoring runs, both of which being 11 points. They started out the game on an 11-0 run, and then TMP at their first shot, and then Hayes High would respond with another 11 points. So Shoemaker will get the ball in the inbound, and he'll hand it off to Mindrup as TMP just handing the ball off. It'll be Mindrup who tries a three and hits it. Joey Mindrup with the first gets the first points of the quarter for TMP, and it'll be Muller who takes it right now for Hayes High. Gives it to Reuter, who will work around inside the 2-point area a little bit, and it'll be Weimer who tries a three and hits it. And TMP working their offense a little bit. Mindrup will try another three, this time from the left wing, and he hits that one as well. Mindrup 6 points so far as he's hit 2 consecutive three-pointers. And Reuter will have it inside the arc, and Muller will try a left corner three and bury it. TMP not wasting any time as they go up the floor. Shoemaker will hand it off to Nails, who tried driving in, but Reuter in his way. Gives it to Eck, and we got a travel. I believe it's going to be against Will Eck. And it'll be Hayes High ball as we have 6:44 to go here in the second quarter. It's 28-10 Hayes High. And as the ball was inbounded, it was Trey Oakley who had it, and it'll be a jump ball, so the arrow will stay with Hayes High. Weimer will inbound it, looking for an open man. And we'll throw it to Kaiser Fox at the H of the Hayes print at center court. Weimer working it around a little bit, throws it across court to Kaiser Fox. And he'll throw it to Muller, who will stop, look around, find Oakley, try a three from the left wing, and he hits it. Shoemaker will bring it up against Muller. He'll throw it to Dinkle from the left corner, tries a three, can't quite hit it. Reuter getting the rebound, his 4th of the game. And Muller will drive, and we'll get a blocking foul against Joey Mindrup as he got in the way of Muller as he was driving. Second foul of the half for TMP as Ian Nails and Joey Mindrup both have one. Brungart and Schmeiler will both check back into the game as Eck and Dinkle will come out for TMP on the substitution. Again, it's 31-10 Hayes High. As Weimer will inbound it. It was tipped by Ian Nails, and Trey Oakley able to get control of the ball as he throws it to Kaiser Fox, who gives it to Jack Weimer. And as Hayes High continues to work it around the arc, it'll be Kaiser with it, who gives it to Oakley and over to Weimer. Does some dribbles, thought about a three. We'll give it to Oakley from the left wing, try a three, can't hit it. And Shoemaker comes out with the rebound, his 1st of the game. And he'll go down the floor against Muller all the way to the basket, and we're going to have a foul. And Shoemaker will get to take 2 shots at the line. I believe they're going to get the foul call on Edwin Muller, and that's just who it is. 7th foul of the half for the Hayes High Indians. Shoemaker will go to the line and attempt some free throws, and he hits his first one. Brings TMP's total up to 11. And Shoemaker will do a couple dribbles, and it rolls around and goes in. So after getting fouled, Shoemaker will get 2 points to his totals and will come out of the game. And coming in is number 22, Logan Ballman, seeing his first action as this is his freshman season. Weimer will take it, guarded by Dinkle. 5:22 to go here in the second quarter. And Oakley will take it from the left wing. Weimer, Cano in the right corner will give it back to Weimer. And he'll do some moves against Dinkle. Trying to drive, will throw it to Trey Oakley in the left wing. Gives it to Kaiser. Reuter will take it and give it back to Weimer. And we're going to get a foul on TMP. reach and foul on TMP, and it'll be number 2, Joey Mindrup, picking up his second of the game. Third team foul for TMP as we get some substitution as Kaiser Fox comes out of the game, and coming in is number 2, Jonathan Cano. And checking in for TMP as they get a substitution of their own is number 11, Will Eck, in place of Joey Mindrup. And it'll be Oakley inbounding it for Hayes High, who will throw it back to Jonathan Cano, where it says Indian Pride near the Hayes High student section. Isaac Fox will throw it into Dawson Reuter, who's now being triple teamed, and will go up and hit it. Dawson Reuter 8 points so far in this game. As it'll be Eck who takes it now for TMP. And the ball popped out, and it will go out of bounds, and Hayes High will gain possession. Shoemaker and Nails both checking back in, and Brungart will come out, as well as Caden Dinkles. So it'll be Weimer dribbling it up the floor for Hayes High, and he'll give it over to Cano, who gives it to Fox, and it'll be Oakley on the baseline, and Cano has it. We'll give it over to Weimer on the right wing, gives it to Cano on the left wing. And he'll dribble a little bit. Hayes High still working around the arc a little bit. It'll be Isaac Fox who will throw it to Dawson Reuter, had his shot blocked, and it'll be Ty Schmather picking up the rebound. Shoemaker doing some dribbling against Oakley. We'll give it to Nails, who will drive in against Reuter, have the shot blocked, and we're going to get a foul against Reuter on the shot. So 8th team foul of the half for Hayes High, as Dawson Reuter picks up his second. And Ian Nails will go to the line and attempt a couple free throws for TMP. First one is up and can't quite hit it. Reuter will check out of the game as Hayes High makes a substitution, bringing back in Kaiser Fox. And Nails takes a couple dribbles and attempts his second free throw. That's off the back iron and rebounded by Kaiser Fox after just checking in. And it'll be Cano who goes all the way to the basket. Layup goes. Jonathan Cano with his first points of the game. And it'll be Griffin Shoemaker who goes to the other end and has a shot rejected by Kaiser Fox as he's checked in, he's gotten his first rebound and his first block of the game. And Caden Dinkle will now check in for TMP in place of Ty Schmeidler. Will Eck will be the one inbounding. As Hayes High will go 4 across the baseline. Eck looking for someone who's open. Will throw it to Shoemaker, who gives it to Nails. And Dinkle thought about a 3 from the top of the arc. Now we'll give it to Eck on the left wing. Shoemaker will hold it for a second and try getting it into Ballman, who dropped it, but Nails is there to pick it up. And Shoemaker gets the pass. Will Eck will try a 3 and hit it. Will Eck with his first points of the game, as Hayes High will work it up the floor. It's 35-15 Indians. Cano will give it over to Kaiser Fox in the right corner, who will throw it to Weimer in the other corner. Can't quite hit it, and Shoemaker will come out with his second rebound. As he lost the ball, he'll now give it to Caden Dinkle, who's guarded by Cano. Will work around the arc a little bit and is being double teamed, and throws it to Ian Nails and was able to escape. Dinkle now from the right corner will try a 3, and it rattles out and will go back in. And Dinkle has his first points of the game. Cano has it in the right wing. We'll give it to Weimer. And he'll work it a little bit. Gives it to Oakley, who will try a left corner 3. Rattles in and out, and Ian Nails comes out with the rebound. Shoemaker will work it up the floor. Hand it off to Dinkle, who trying to find an open man. Will give it to Nails, who does some moves. Tried driving but can't. Gives it to Eck, who will give it back to Nails. Tried driving on a double team and will be fouled and will go out of bounds. Or will will go to the free throw line to attempt. Or no, it'll be an inbound play. Correction. Not quite sure who the foul was called on. I believe it was Kaiser Fox picking up his first. 9th team foul for Hayes High in this half. As it'll be Shoemaker inbounding, trying to find someone open. We'll give it to Austin Gilbert, who checked in for the first time tonight. Shoemaker will try from the left corner, and we're going to get an illegal screen against Austin Gilbert. That's TMP's 4th foul of the half. It'll be Gilbert's first just after he checked in. Cano will bring it up the floor. We got 1:50 to go here until the half. And we're going to get a timeout called by Sean Dreiling and the Indians. And we'll step away for a moment as the two teams talk things over. It's 35-18 Hayes High with 1:51 to go until we reach the half. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Following the Hayes High timeout, it will, with 35, with the score being Hayes High 35, TMP 18, 1:51 to go until the half. It'll be Hayes High inbounding from Trey Oakley, who will give it to Jonathan Cano. And he'll throw it to Cooper Johnson, who checks in for the first time tonight. Kaiser Fox looking for an open man. Will give it to his brother Isaac, who tried to lay up, can't hit it, and gets his own rebound and puts it back. Isaac Fox brings the score up to 37-18 for Hayes High. And the ball was knocked free as TMP tried working up the floor. And Eck will throw it into Shoemaker, who tries to find an open man. Gilbert sets a screen for him. Dinkle will work the ball around a little bit, and it's popped free, and Kaiser Fox will throw it to Cano, and at the other end, he'll go up for the layup and hit it. Jonathan Cano picks up his first points of the game off of the assist there. As Shoemaker will take it, we're approaching the 1 minute mark. Dinkle has the ball, trying to find someone open, and it's poked free and stolen by Kaiser Fox for his 3rd of the game. And he'll throw it to Cano up court, who will work it around a little bit and give it to Oakley, who will throw it in the corner. Cooper Johnson tries a left corner 3, can't hit it as it bounces, and Isaac Fox got the rebound, but lost control of the ball, so it'll be TMP ball. It's the 2nd rebound of the game for Isaac Fox, but it will be a turnover. Austin Gilbert checks out, and there's a substitution for TMP. Not quite sure who checked in, but there's 40 seconds to go until we reach the half. Shoemaker will walk it up the floor. It's 39-18 Hayes High, and Eck will hand it off to Dinkle, who will give it to Shoemaker. Nails takes it at the top of the arc. Thought about shooting it, but we'll give it to Dinkle instead. As he stands for a second trying to figure out what to do, we'll give it to Shoemaker. Back to Dinkle, who gets a screen, works it around a little bit, throws it back to Shoemaker, who will try a left corner 3, and it goes off the top of the backboard, and it'll be it hit one of the wires on the hoop, so it's out of bounds, and it will be Hayes High ball with just 13 seconds to go until we reach the half. As Cano will work it up the floor with 10 seconds to go. He'll be guarded by Eck, and we'll give it over to Oakley on the left wing. 5 seconds to go. Cano tries a college range 3, can't hit it. Isaac Fox there for the rebound, got fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Isaac Fox picked up his 3rd rebound and got fouled. Not quite sure who it was. I believe they're going to list it as Ian Nails picking up his 2nd. 15 foul for TMP with just 1.7 seconds until the half. Isaac Fox will take his first shot and can't hit it. And the 2nd shot for Isaac will go up, and he hits it. And TMP will just inbound, try a half-court shot by Ty Schmeidler, and can't hit it. So as we go to the halftime, it'll be Hayes High 40, TMP 18. As we take a break, when we come back for our halftime show, we will have a recap of how the game has gone, as well as individual and team stats. And we should be ready to start up the 2nd half after that. So we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Back here at Hayes High School on the halftime show as Hayes High leads at the half 40-18 in control this one from the start, as we'll start off by recapping the first half scoring. Hayes High started off the game on an 11-0 run, which included two two-pointers and 2 threes to go with it. Or correction, it was 3 2-pointers and a 3-pointer to go with it. But TMP would bring that to an end when Ian Nails would hit a long 2-point jumper to make it 11-2. And then Hayes High went on another 11-0 scoring run to make it 22-2. And TMP would put them in a little bit of a drought, but TMP was able to get 2 free throws and then a 3-pointer to make it 22-7. And then Hayes High would respond with a Jack Weimer 3-pointer to make it 25-7. And then TMP would respond with a 3-pointer of their own from Joey Mintrup to make the score 25-10. And then Hayes High would hit back-to-back 3-pointers, one from Edwin Muller and the other from Trey Oakley. And TMP would hit 2 more free throws. And then to follow that, Hayes High hit 2 more jumpers by Dawson Reuter and Jonathan Cano to make the score 35-12. And TMP picked up back-to-back 3-pointers, one from Will Eck and the other from Caden Dinkle. And then Hayes High would round out that first half with 5 points from all from Isaac Fox and Jonathan Cano. So it's 40-18 at the half, and we'll now take a look at individual numbers, starting off with Hayes High. Going down the list, Edwin Muller's leading the way in scoring with 13. And next is Jonathan Cano, who has 4 points at the half. Trey Oakley has hit 1 3, giving him 3 total. Jack Weimer, returning as the team's leading scorer, has 7 so far in this one. Isaac Fox has 3, which consists of a jumper and a free throw. And Kaiser Fox has 2, and Dawson Reuter has 8, all off of shots from under the basket. And now looking over at TMP, it will be 6 points so far from Joey Mintrup off of 2 3-pointers. Griffin Shoemaker hitting a jumper, giving him 2. Ty Schmeidler has 2 points as well. And Caden Dinkle with 3, as well as Will Eck with 3, and Ian Nails with 2. And looking at other individual numbers, starting with Hayes High, going player by player, Trey Oakley's picked up 2 rebounds, and Isaac Fox picked up 3 rebounds as well as 2 steals. And Kaiser Fox has a rebound and a block as well as 3 steals, leading the way in that category. And Dawson Reuter has 4 rebounds in the game. And now looking over at TMP, Griffin Shoemaker has picked up 2 rebounds so far in this one, and Ty Schmeidler has a rebound of his own. And Caden Dinkle has a rebound as well. So does Will Eck and Ian Nails. And Logan Baldwin has gotten a block so far in this one. And now we'll take a look over at team numbers, starting with Hayes High, who has picked up 10 first half rebounds and 7 assists, along with 2 blocks and 5 steals. And TMP finishing it off with 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. So that'll do it for our numbers. When we come back, we will have our second half action, and we'll try to get you some halftime scores from around the shootout and from that Garden City game in Colorado Springs. So we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Back here at Hayes High School as we're about ready to start the second half, but before we do that, we will give you some scores, which our final scores will start off in the Shootout girls bracket, which starts off with Washburn Rural defeating Newton by a score of 53-13, meaning the TMP girls will play Newton tomorrow, and the Hayes High girls will play Washburn Rural. Olathe West demolished Hugoton by a score of 71-12, and Millwood beat Manhattan by a score of 60-52. And those are the scores we have so far. And now we'll start the second half as Shoemaker will take it and give it to Mindrup, who hands it off to Nails. TMP just working it around right now, as Shoemaker will work it around a little bit, hand it off to Eck. Dinkle will take it. Thought about driving, but takes some steps back. Shoemaker will go into the lane and will get blocked by Dawson Reuter. And Mindrup will go down the floor, had it free for a second, and we're going to get a foul called on Joey Mindrup who was trying to get a jump ball, but I think because he wrapped around the top of the head a little bit, they're going to call it there. That's Mindrup's third foul of the game, first of the half for TMP. And Brungart will check in place of Mindrup, who has 3. Brungart still has yet to pick up his first foul. And it'll be Trey Oakley inbounding it for Hayes High, and it will be Edwin Muller who takes a left corner 3 and connects. Shoemaker works his way up the floor. Muller up to 16 points after that 3. He'll throw it over to Eck, who will give it over to Nails. Shoemaker has it at the top of the arc. Dinkel faked out a 3, will go in against Muller and can't hit on the rebound. And it'll be Ian Nails who gets it, tries the floater, can't get it, and it'll be Kaiser Fox who comes out with the rebound. Ian Nails picked up his second rebound, and so did Kaiser on that, as Fox will try the floater, can't hit it, and it'll be Brungart who gets his first rebound of the game. Shoemaker walks up the floor, tries to do some moves on Weimer, and will get a floater off the glass but couldn't hit it, and it'll be rebounded by Ian Nails, who goes with a reverse layup and connects. 4 points so far for Nails in this contest. 43-20 Hayes High, 6:26 to go in the third quarter. Weimer will just walk and dribble around the arc, and Muller will take it, throw it to Fox in the corner, gives it to Oakley, back to Fox, and they'll work it around the arc again. Reuter will go with it in the paint, throws it over to Oakley, does a spin move, goes up, can't hit it, and it'll be rebounded by Heward Brungart of TMP. And Ian Nails will take it up the floor, and it'll be Shoemaker who takes it and will throw it to Dinkel in the corner, who gives it back to Nails. Shoemaker will throw it right to Eck. Will throw it to Eck right away, as Dinkel will go into the lane, throw up a floater, can't hit it, and Kaiser Fox comes out with his third rebound of the game. And Weimer will go down the floor, try the layup, can't hit it as he fell to the floor, and Dawson Reuter, I believe, came out with it, and he did, and he'll throw it up and picks up his 5th and will give it to Trey Oakley, as Muller will try faked out the 3, but then got hit by Caden Dinkel on the play. So Dinkel will pick up his 5th foul, or first foul that is, and the second team foul of the half for TMP. As Brungart and Nails will both check out of the game. Mindrup will come in along with Gilbert for TMP. We got 5:22 to go here in the third quarter, as Oakley will throw an inbound to Fox, who just takes it to the hoop and connects on it. It'll be stolen now, as Weimer will go down the court and will drive baseline. Will throw it back to Fox, who gets his second basket in a row to bring him up to 2 points, or 6 points, correction. And we will get a brief timeout for a substitution. I'm not quite sure who it is that checked in, but Hayes High now has the ball, and Reuter will go up with it and put himself into double figures with that shot right there. It's 49-20 Hayes High, and we'll remind you, if they're up by 30 entering the fourth quarter, it will be a running clock for the fourth quarter. Eck will have it, give it over to Dinkel, who will try a long 3, can't hit it, and Fox comes out with his 4th rebound. As he'll go down the floor against Eck, he'll go all the way to the basket and hit it. 8 points for Kaiser Fox, as he's hit 6 out of the last 8 points for Hayes High. And we're going to get a timeout called by TMP, and there'll be a full timeout, so we'll step away for a moment as they talk things over. It's 51-20 Hayes High with 4:25 to go in the third quarter. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Following the TMP timeout, it's Hayes High 51, TMP 20 with 4:25 to go here in the third quarter. And TMP will be the one inbounding. It's Joey Mindrup who will throw it to Griffin Shoemaker, who's behind the half-court line as he takes it, being guarded by Edwin Muller, who checked back in during the break. Dinkle will take it from the right wing, give it to Eck. This has been TMP's offense all night, just working around the arc, trying to get an open shot when they can. Dinkle will drive, give it to Shoemaker, and Eck will try a right wing three, can't connect or can't hit it, and Cano will get his first rebound of the game. As he will go, he'll give it to Lindenmeyer, who will try to throw it inside to Kaiser Fox, and Shoemaker will come out with the steal, his first of the game. And he'll give it to Mindrup up the floor, throw it to Ballman, tries to do some moves, and will get a fadeaway shot but can't hit it. And it's Isaac Fox who comes out with his 4th rebound of the game. Cano with the ball, guarded by Dinkle, will give it over to Lindenmeyer, trying to Hayside's offense moving a little bit slowly right now, trying to kill some clock and then get a shot when it's available. As Lindenmeyer will throw it to Cano as the three bounces off the back iron, and it will be Hayside ball as it went out of bounds. They'll say it's off of TMP, and we'll get more TMP substitutions as Eck and Shoemaker come out of the game, and Schmeidler and Nails check back in. And wasting no time, and actually no, we're going to get an offensive foul, I believe, against number 32, Kaiser Fox, picking up I believe that's the first foul of the half for Hayes High. And Kubert Johnson will check in for Edward Mueller. And it'll be Dinkle inbounding to Nails, who will then throw it back to Dinkle, who will bring it up the floor. 3:10 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Hayes High up by 31 as Schmeidler will work it around the arc. Like I said a second ago, this is what TMP's offense has been like tonight. Just working around the arc, seeing when a 3-point shot or a 2-point shot is available, as Ballman will try a 2 and can't hit it, and Lindenmeyer gets his first rebound of the game. And it'll be Cano who brings it up the floor, gives it to Lindenmeyer at the top of the arc as those two play catch with each other. And it'll be Cooper Johnson who will now throw it over to Cano, drives in, throws it to Lindenmeyer, faked one, and will go in for his first points of the game. As TMP works around the arc, Schmeidler has it at the moment. Will now try to drive and do a little scoop with the layup, and Ian Nails comes out with the rebound and hits the shot. It's an and one for TMP. It'll be on number 4, Cooper Lindenmeyer, picking up his 3rd. Second foul of the half, and Brungart will check in for Logan Ballman as it's 53-22 following the and one by Ian Nails. He'll take a couple dribbles and attempt his free throw, which is on the way and good. As Hayes High will go up the floor. That last shot brought Nails up to 7 points, as Hayes High will throw it inside to Reuter. Cano thought about trying a left corner 3 and will get the basket as Brungart guarded him. TMP will throw it to Schmeidler, who will try a 3, can't hit it, and it'll be Dawson Reuter comes out with actually it's a jump ball as Brungart reached over the back of Reuter, and it will be Hayes High ball as the possession arrow points to their side. And we're going to get a substitution. Shoemaker checking back in place of Dinkle for TMP. Indians lead it by 32. If they can keep it on this pace, they can get a running clock in the 4th quarter. As Cano throws it over to Cooper Johnson, Reuter will take it, and being double teamed, will have it poked free and stolen by Ian Nails, his first of the game. It'll be Shoemaker who goes in, guarded by Cooper Johnson. Schmeidler will take it, thought about trying a left wing 3, and lost the ball for a second, and we're going to get a foul on Jonathan Cano, who picks up his first 3rd team foul of the half for Hayes High. And Caden Becker will check in for the first time tonight for TMP in place of Joey Mindrup. Becker saw action in 9 games last season, so We'll see what he does here. Schmeidler was the intended target of the inbound, and it was thrown as Dawson Reuter hit Isaac Fox in the face with the ball, and it goes out of bounds as the two high-five each other and make up for it. It'll be Caden Becker inbounding it, gives it to Ty Schmeidler. Minute 22 to go here in the third quarter. Shoemaker has it on the right wing, gives it to Nails, who will try driving but throw it back to Becker. Schmeidler at the top of the arc will try a three, and it'll be nothing but air as it goes out of bounds with a minute 9 to go. As Lindenmeyer will inbound it to Cano. Looking to coach Sean Dreiling to get the play. Cano will stand and dribble for a second, throws it inside to Reuter, being triple teamed once again, and the ball will pop out of bounds. Last touch by Griffin Shoemaker of the Monarchs. And it'll be Lindenmeyer inbounding the ball once again. Looking for an open target. We'll throw it in the corner. Or actually, now we're going to get a foul on Dawson Reuter, who pushed off a little bit. 14 foul for the Indians, and that's Reuter's third. It's been a key part tonight for the Indians, picking up 10 points and as well as getting 5 rebounds along the way. Shoemaker will bring it up the floor and give it to Becker, who will throw it over to Schmeidler, and Nails will drive and get it stolen away from him by Lindenmeyer, and he'll give it to Cooper Johnson, who goes up the floor, can't quite put it in, but we're going to get a foul called, and Cooper will go to the line to shoot two. We'll see who they call it on, and it will be against number 1, Caden Becker, picking up his first foul of the game, the third team foul for TMP. And Cooper Johnson will go to the line to shoot two. Cooper did not miss a free throw at all last season, as the first one goes in and out. And we're going to see a substitution now for Hayes High. We'll see Trace Jacobs and Corbin Worth check into the game for the first time tonight, as Johnson will attempt his second free throw with 41 seconds to go here in the third quarter. It is up and takes one bounce and no good as Ian Nails comes out with his 4th rebound. Schmeidler has the ball on the left wing, now will drive into the lane and will miss the layup, and Corbin Worth comes out with the rebound right after he checks in. Cano will take it, and I think Hayes High might try and hold for the final shot, which, when you think about it, a smart idea, because you're up by 32, and you're trying to keep that lead so you have a running clock in the fourth quarter. And it's down to 8 seconds as Cano has it with 7. Gets a screen, will go down to 5 seconds, 4 seconds, throws it over to Trace Jacobs, back to Cano. At the buzzer, he'll try a 3 and can't hit it as it goes off the back iron, and that'll take it to the end of the third quarter with Hayes High in front 55-23. And with this one already decided, we'll see how it plays out in the fourth quarter. So we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Back here at Hayes High School as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. This one's pretty much already decided as Hayes High leads it 55-23, but we'll see how it plays out. We'll see what each team does. So Hayes High TMP will keep their starters out there with Mindrup, Shoemaker, Dinkle, Eck, and Nails. As Shoemaker will take it, will give it to Eck on the left wing. He'll work it around a little bit. Cano tried to come in and get the steal. Mindrup bobbled it and saved it from a backcourt, and we're going to get a timeout called by TMP's Bill Mayer. So just as the fourth quarter started up, TMP will call timeout. And as they take a break, we'll give you a stat update real fast. We'll start off with Hayes High's points. Edwin Muller's leading the way in that category with 16. Right behind him is Dawson Reuter with 10, and right behind him, Kaiser Fox with 8. Jack Weimer's also picked up 7 points along the way. Trey Oakley with 3, and Cooper Lindenmeyer with 2, and Jonathan Cano picking up 6. And looking at TMP, their leading scorer tonight has been Ian Nails with 7, and right behind him, Joey Mindrup with 6. Griffin Shoemaker and Ty Schmeidler both have 2, and Caden Dinkle and Will Eck with 3. So as they're approaching the end of the timeout, we'll also let you know about this is part of the girls bracket of the Hayes City Shootout, but it's every game is set for tomorrow. Hayes High will take on Washburn Rural. Olathe West will take on Millwood, Oklahoma. Both of those are Hayes High will play here tomorrow night at 6:30, and Olathe West and Millwood will play at HMS, and so will Hugoton and Manhattan, and TMP and Newton will play here as well. So as Shoemaker takes the inbound, he'll hand it off to Mindrup. Nails will drive and throw it back. Mindrup working around the arc a little bit, will hand it off to Dinkle, being tightly guarded by Trace Jacobs. As Mindrup will work his way up, hand it off to Shoemaker. TMP just working it around some more. 7:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. As Nails looks around trying to find an open man, we'll hand it to Dinkle, who lost the ball, and it's stolen by Corbin Worth of the Indians, picking up his first steal of the game. Cano will stand and dribble it for a second and let his offense get set as he throws it to Lindenmeyer, who will give it to Jacobs and throw it inside, as they'll go back to Worth, who is being guarded by Nails, and Nails will go up and block the shot. And we're going to see a substitution. We'll see Carter Lang get his first action, and Hugher Brungart check back in for TMP. As Lang will be the one inbounding, he'll give it over to Truman Johnson, who throws it to Lindenmeyer, trying to drive in against Eck. Will go with the layup, but get fouled. And I believe they will call it on Will Eck, so Lindenmeyer will go to the line and shoot two, and that is who they'll call it on. Will Eck with his first of the game, fourth team foul for TMP in this second half. Lindenmeyer will take a free throw and hit it. 3 points so far tonight for him, as it makes the score Hayes High 56, TMP 23. And Lindenmeyer will attempt his second one. It goes up and good. .4 points so far in the game for him. And we'll see Jalen Smith check into the game for the first time for Hayes High. So we'll give you a on the floor update. It's Truman Johnson, Corbin Worth, Jalen Smith, Trace Jacobs, and Carter Lang. And for TMP, it's Caden Dinkle, Ian Nails, Joey Mindrup, Hugher Brungart, and Will Eck. As Dinkle has it in the right corner, and we're going to get a foul called on Hayes High. It'll be against Corbin Worth, his first. I think he's playing a little too aggressive defense there on Brungart. And Mindrup will be the one inbounding as the clock continues to run with 5:10 to go here in the game. And it'll be Dinkle who takes it. He'll throw it immediately to Mindrup because he was fading back. Dinkle will try a long three and can't hit it, and it will go out of bounds. And it's 57-20. As it's 57-23, Hayes High, they're going to get it right back. Truman Johnson will be the one inbounding as he'll throw it into Carter Lang. He'll dribble up the floor and Lang will look for an open man and find Truman Johnson on the right wing. And those two will just go back and forth with each other. And we got a moving screen against Hayes High. I believe they're going to get it on Corbin Worth. But Ty Schmeidler thought he was supposed to come in now, but ref told him to stand back for a second, and that's Corbin Worth's second foul of the game. 6th team foul for Hayes High, as Ballman checks into the game for Nails. Schmeidler also checking in. I'm not sure who he checked in for, as we are halfway through this fourth quarter. Ballman will inbound it to Mindrup. And he'll look around for whoever's open. It'll be Eck who tried to throw inside to Brungart, and Corbin Worth came out with his second steal of the game. Carter Lane being guarded by Mindrup will throw in the corner. Jalen Smith thought about a three in the corner, and we're going to get a push now, and it'll be called on TMP's number 34, Hugher Brungart, with his first of the game. Five team fouls in this half for TMP, as Hayes High will inbound it with 4 across the baseline. Lang will try inbounding it to Trace Jacobs, and then Lang was standing out of bounds and picked it up, so it will be TMP ball with 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Austin Gilbert will now check into the game for Hewer Brungart. And Schmeidler will bring it up the floor. And being guarded by Carter Lang will throw it to Eck, who will give it to Ballman. And Becker will take it as Schmeidler will try a college range three and hit it. Schmeidler up to 5 points. As the ball just went out of bounds for Hayes High, and it's 57-26 as that last shot brought Schmeidler up to 5 points. And Ballman will be inbounding it for TMP. As Ballman will now have it on the left corner, gets it stolen away by Trace Jacobs, who will go up to throw it up to Carter Lang, and Trace Jacobs will try a left wing three, can't hit it, and Schmeidler coming out with the rebound. Schmeidler goes up the floor and will give it to Eck, and Schmeidler thought about trying a three, being tightly guarded by Carter Lang. Eck looking for an open man, threw it to Ballman, almost got stolen by Jacobs. As Schmeidler will try a right wing three, can't hit it, and coming out with the rebound will be, or it goes out of bounds now, and now it's still TMP ball. As Becker will be the one inbounding. With the running clock, there's 1:20 to go. And Schmeidler will bring it up the floor. And you can hear some cheers in the student section, and that's because they were chanting they want Noah Smalley, and he's going to check into the game here in a moment as TMP just missed a shot, and Corbin Worth comes out with his second rebound. Lang will take it and give it over to Jacobs. And Smalley will now check into the game. As you hear the cheers from the student section. And they'll inbound it from on the sideline from where the student section is. It'll be Noah Smalley throwing it in, and he'll give it to Carter Lang. Less than a minute to go here in the fourth quarter. Jalen Smith with the ball will now try and drive in, take the shot, and connects on it. 59-26 Hayes High as Jalen Smith picks up his first points of the game. And I think we're going to get a foul, and it's on number 14, Jalen Smith. 7 team fouls in this half for Hayes High as Schmeidler will take up the floater, can't hit it. Austin Gilbert coming out with the rebound, being triple teamed under the basket, will get a foul on Noah Smalley. That was Gilbert's first rebound of the game, and it's Noah Smalley's first foul of the game. As Will Eck will throw it in. Ty Schmeidler will take it and try an NBA range three and just airball it as it goes out of bounds. As the clock hits 0, that will do it as Hayes High wins it tonight by a score of 59-26 to move on to the winner's side of the Hayes City Shootout bracket. And they will face off tomorrow against the Life Prep Fire. And the TMP will face off against Newton, both games at Hayes High tomorrow. So when we come back, we'll have our post-game show with a recap of the scoring as well as individual team numbers. And if we can get those final scores from around the state, we will have those available. So we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Back here at Hayes High School on the post-game show as the Indians come out on top by a score of 59-26. And we'll start off our post-game show by giving you a recap of the game. And we'll start off with, so we mentioned in the halftime show, Hayes High had 2 separate 11-0 runs to start the game in which they got up 22-2. And then TMP would respond with 5 points coming from Ty Schmeidler and Joey Mindrup. Then Jack Weimer would respond with a 3. And then Joey Mindrup responded with a 3 of his own, and then Edwin Miller would respond with a 3 of his own, and then another 3 would fall by Trey Oakley. And TMP would hit 2 free throws from Griffin Shoemaker to make the score 31-12, and the score became 35-12 following 2 buckets by Dawson Reuter and Joey Mindrup. And TMP would hit back-to-back 3-pointers, one by Will Eck and the other by Caden Dinkle to make it 35-18. And then Hayes High's Isaac Fox would make the score 37-18 with a basket, and it would lead to a 8-0 run by Hayes High to make the score 43-18, and then it was ended by Ian Nails making it 43-20 off of a bucket, and then a 10-0 run would be what's next for Hayes High, with all the points coming from either Kaiser Fox, Dawson Reuter, or Cooper Lindenmeyer. And Ian Nails would get an and one to make the score 53-23, and then Hayes High would score 6 more points to make it 59 total for them, and then the final score for TMP was a 3-pointer by Ty Schmeidler to make for the final score of 59-26 tonight. So now we'll take a look at individual numbers, and we will note that these numbers are unofficial. So we'll start off with Hayes High's scoring. Leading the way there was Edwin Mueller with 16, and right behind him was Dawson Reuter picking up 10. Kaiser Fox finished with 8, and Jack Weimer with 7. Jonathan Cano finished with 6, and Cooper Lindenmeyer finished right behind him with 4. Trey Oakley finished with 3, and so did Isaac Fox, and Jalen Smith was finished with 2 points as well. Now looking over at TMP, Joey Mindrup would lead, Ian Nails all the way in scoring with 7, and Joey Mindrup would finish right behind him with 6. Ty Schmeidler would be right behind them with 5. Caden Dinkle and Will Eck each hit a 3, so they finished with 3 on the night, and Griffin Shoemaker finished with 2 points as well. So now we'll take a look at some other individual numbers, starting with Hayes High, going player by player. Jonathan Cano finished with 1 rebound, and Cooper Lindenmeyer as well, while also picking up a steal. Trace Jacobs finished with a steal as well, and Trey Oakley picked up 2 rebounds and an assist. Isaac Fox finished with 4 rebounds and 2 steals, and Corbin Worth got 2 rebounds and 2 steals as well. And Kaiser Fox finished with 4 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block, and Dawson Reuter finished with a block and 5 rebounds. Now looking over at TMP, it was Griffin Shoemaker. He picked up 2 rebounds and a steal. Ty Schmeidler had 2 rebounds as well, and Caden Dinkle with just 1. Will Eck finished with a rebound, and Ian Nails finished with leading the way in the rebound category with 4, while also picking up a block and a steal. And Logan Ballman finished with a block as well. And Austin Gilbert picked up 1 rebound, and Hugher Brungart 2. So now we'll give you our team scores or team stats. So we'll start off with Hayes High, who finished with 19 rebounds, 18 assists, 5 blocks, 9 steals. And TMP finished with 13 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 blocks, and 2 steals. And that'll do it for our final numbers for tonight's game. So when we come back, we will give you our final scores from around the state and tonight's broadcast. So we'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Back here at Hayes High School on the post-game show as the Indians defeat their crosstown rival, the Monarchs, by a score of 59-26. We'll end tonight's broadcast by giving you some of the final scores, part of the shootout, as well as that game that we mentioned in the girls' pregame show with Garden City playing in Colorado Springs as the only other WAC team playing tonight. We'll start with the shootout games first in the girls' division. As we saw just before this game, Hayes High girls defeat TMP by a score of 55-27. And in the other matchup that would determine who those two played, Washburn Rural demolishes Newton by a score of 53-13, meaning Hayes High will play Washburn Rural here at 6:30 tomorrow night, and TMP will play Newton here at 3 o'clock. And Olathe West got a huge lead against Hugoton and never looked back, winning by a score of 71-12. And Millwood squeaked out a close one against Manhattan, winning 60-52, making it Olathe West and Millwood at HMS at 3 o'clock tomorrow, and Hugoton and Manhattan at 6 o'clock tomorrow at HMS. And the only boys game that we have at the moment is Life Prep versus Newton, but that game does determine who these two will play tomorrow night. Life Prep defeated Newton by a score of 65-43, meaning Hayes High will play tomorrow night at 8:15 here at Hayes High School, and TMP will play at 4:45 against Newton, meaning for the second year in a row, both TMP boys and girls will play Newton in the semifinals of the Hayes City Shootout, both on the loser side of the bracket. So that will do it for tonight's broadcast. We want to thank you for listening. Along with our entire Tribe Broadcasting Network crew, I'm Hank Corsair. This has been Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We will see you all next time.